Here we get into some more. About that money, get residuals. Some more.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes. They go.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Ooh la la.
Ah wee wee.
Ooh la la.
Ah wee wee.
Ooh la la.
Ah wee wee.
Hey.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Hey.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Ooh la la.
Looking for ends like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like where the bread. What it do, YouTube? You now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. If it's your first time, then come on in. Over here, we deal sports, hip-hop, interviews, motivations, and Popovisms 101. If that's something you can rock with, that's something you into, then please hit the subscribe button before you leave. Hit that like button so we can get the likes up. Hit that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yeah. And if it's not your first time, then you know how we do. You know how we start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. We in the end game. We in the end game because apparently an African prince just got murked by the Hawaii police. They gunned him down. We in the end game because of Virginia, a cop that was taking a stranded black man home ended up swinging back around and gunning him down with 10 shots. Killed him. Turned them off. You know what I mean? Like, out of here. And we don't know the details of what's going on. These stories come out like every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, every 5 minutes, one of these stories come out. We in the end game because apparently some lady just killed, you know what I mean, her 2 newborn babies. You know what I mean? Like, took them out of here for whatever reason she did. And like I told y'all, it started out like, you know what I mean, authentic, unscripted, that feeling, like, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's the truth. And so you see the thumbnail, you see what we going to talk about. We're going to talk about, do you ever think about when you out of here? Fly record and video, out of here. $5,000 Range Rover, out of here. Bad bitch with the boobs, titties, out of here. Like, yeah, when it's your time, it's a line in it's a line in the Infinity movie, right? In Infinity War, you know what I mean? Thanos. When they was on his planet and he was fighting Tony Starks and them, and he was like, Starks. and Iron Man was like, you know me? And he was like, I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. And then have you seen the movie? You know what happened next. You know what I mean? If you didn't see the movie, then you bugging out. It's a spectacular, great movie. And yes, I'm a Marvel fan. You know what I mean? But right before he was about to kill him, you know what I mean? Even though the line, when he gave him the Infinity Stone, the Time Stone, and he was like, Tony, there was no other way. Before that happened, Thanos had, you know what I mean, stabbed him with the knife and all that, and was about to finish him. He said, I hope they remember you. And then he was about to do him dirty until Doctor Strange said, spare his life, and gave him the Time Stone. Why am I saying this? What does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with being out of here? Do you ever think about when you out of here? Fly video, record deal, out of here. $300 million business, out of here. Yeah, so DMX just got out of here. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the X, rest in peace to the dog. Like, he's definitely iconic, was a living legend, was loved by millions, you know what I'm saying? And touched a lot of people. And you can see from the funeral service that they just had at X, you know what I mean? I didn't attend the service, and I didn't go to the memorial. When it comes to certain things like that, I just reserve the right to just, you know what I mean? Like, all right, with celebrities and idolizing and walking those lines, you know what I mean? If they wasn't like a close relative, you know what I mean? If somebody you really knew like that, you know what I mean? Not to say that he didn't touch me or I didn't love his music and things of that nature, but you know, when it comes to, I think that should be for who it was for, the family and stuff like that. Obviously, if you know, when they had something in Yonkers and they brought the bikes out and you commemorate someone's life that made a great impact, then I think that should be. But I just reserve, like I kind of not like really with that. But his service is just, you know, just passed. And he had a great service, you know what I mean? 4 hours worth, you know what I mean? They streamed it so we could look at it. And we got some highlights from there, you know what I mean? And some of the highlights obviously was Swizz Beatz talking, you know what I mean, about how he was happy everybody came and they showing support, they showing love. But he also said that he wished that more people was there for X when he was alive. And you hear this all the time. Like, if you seen the other video I did, yeah, like, go see the other video I did. Like, Kanye pulled up in my other, yeah, you know what I mean? We see this happen all the time. And now that we living in the new world order, which is the Matrix, this little box, right? This little screen that y'all looking at, I mean? We see when people pass, especially people in the public eye, they can sometimes get turned into a meme, or you know, we can relegate their life and like make it a little lesser sometimes, depending on the person. But you know, pretty much he just was saying he wished, you know, that people would have showed more love to X while he was here. Pretty much give him his flowers while he was here. Pretty much help him while he was here. You know what I mean? With a word to the right, or you know, pushing him in the right direction, keeping him away from, you know, whatever demons and stuff that he may have been fighting. That's what I took from it. And then you had, obviously, his daughter with her rendition of, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I got to get up. Like, which is one of my favorite songs by X. And I'm sure it's one of y'all's as well because of the meaning in the story behind the song. It's one of the greatest American, you know, stories of why we love the underdog, and why when, you know, a person is 100-0 and, you know, now the underdog got to fight the champ. You want to be the champ. You want to be a killer, like, you know what I mean? Like from the Ghostface, you know what I mean? That skit. It's that type of story where, you know, you down, you struggling with demons or whatever it may be, and you overcome it. We all love that because we all have a little underdog in ourselves. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? But her rendition was beautiful. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people were saying it was a freestyle, and obviously it wasn't a freestyle. In my opinion, it was written, but it was beautiful. And you know, some people like she could be the next rapper and the next female X, and if that's the path that she end up taking, then so be it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of other things I'm sure she can do with her life. But whatever her path is, that's, you know, her path, and whatever her purpose is, hopefully she find it and fulfill it. And then you have FARRAKHAN, right? You have FARRAKHAN give a powerful, you know, speech, as he always does, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I rocks with FARRAKHAN, you know what I mean, for a lot of reasons, you know what I mean? But what ended up coming out of that, with him speaking on X and, you know, giving the message that he gave, which I didn't see nothing wrong with the message for that particular event, for what he was speaking on. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, then go Google it. But Daymond, I was about to say Daymond Wayans. Daymond John from Shark Tank, I mean, which is one of my favorite shows. I love Shark Tank. Just the concept of it, and how the rich keep getting richer, because once you get to a certain level, it's easy for you to just pick and choose on who to invest in. You know what I mean? Where you think, well, I ain't gonna say easy, but I'm just saying it's it's a good gateway for you to keep making money when you got money. Like more money, more money, more money. You know, it's like, oh, this is a great idea. You don't got enough money, come on in. Let me take you on in. And they make it where they competing and all. Like y'all seen the show. And prior to that, you know, obviously he's the FUBU, you know what I mean? For us, by us, you know what I mean? And I you know, I rock the brand, and we embrace the brand as the black community. But you're black. Yeah, the people in the back, you black, you know what I mean? So I always support people that look like me and people that's in my immediate circle that's trying to do things. And that's also why I push that agenda, why you should do it as well. You know what I mean? See how this ties in. Because like Thanos said, I hope they remember you. Yeah, I mean, depending on who you are, we probably will remember, you know, your immediate family, your friends, your associates. But the real question is, how will they remember you? If they remember you at all. Because some of us won't be remembered. And that's just the facts. You know what I mean? A lot of us is average at best. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Everybody can't reach the Mount Rushmore and go to the top. Some of us will stay at the bottom forever and live regular basic lives and be happy with it. You know what I mean? If you're not just a miserable person off the rip, wake up out the bed on some Debbie Downer, like, damn, woe is me. You know what I mean? Some people have nothing and wake up with energy, happiness, happy just in general, because that's who they are. But anyway, he tweeted, you know, what he tweeted. I'm sure y'all know, you know what I mean? And it's right there. And then he took it down. And then he came with the following tweet and said what he said. So you had a lot of people like, you know, what's good of having 300 million? Like the lottery is 1.5. Like he got 300 hundo, like sitting on them hundos. Like, you know what I mean? Shout outs to my man Mac and everybody on that hundo song. You know what I mean? For hundo, like you sitting on 300 million hundos. Like you super high value, right? Like you super high value. And it's like, they were saying, like, what's the sense of making it to get the bag like that if you can't say what the fuck you want to say and not worry about the backlash? Because it is backlash, but the backlash was from the Jewish community. Not really so much, I didn't have any problems with what he said, you know what I mean? And when you run in a business like him, for whether you think it's right or wrong, he obviously put his feet to the ground and put his hands in the dirt and got it out the mud and built himself up. So I'm never going to really speak on like, oh, he should not care about how his business is ran, especially when a lot of us is not running no businesses. We can't even run our own households, more or less run business. But for the people that is running business, you wouldn't want nobody to come and tell you how to run your business or what's in the best interest of your business. So am I mad at him now? Am I going to look at him with the side eye? Nah, but I will say, what's free? Free is when they can't tell us what we should be. Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like the Meek Mills, Jay-Z, and Rick Ross. Like, but the real takeaway for me is that the Jewish community, the Asian community, like, they together. Like, they together. Yes, they have Asian on Asian crime. I'm sure they have Jewish on Jewish crime. You know what I mean? In those areas where you live, you tend to commit crimes and you know, do things against the people that's right in your vicinity. Is it at the rate that, but you're black? Is it at the rate that we do it? Nah, I don't think so. And I don't mind being corrected. So if I'm wrong, then just drop it in the comments. The point is, these people who have the power, even though he got 300 million, to make him recant a statement or retract or backpedal, take it all the way down and then come out with another statement like, oh, this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is how people saying a yes and massa and all that. I mean, he's in the top 10%, right? According to Samuels, he's in the top 10% of people making that bread. And then you got the 1% of the real, the million billionaires, the Rothsteins, the Johnson & Johnsons, the Bill Gates, and, those people. It's a few of them. They run the world. It's not girls that run the world. It's those people. Shout outs to Beyonce, though. But they're able to do that because they got this. And they'll fight in the back. It's like, don't make me look wrong in the public. We're not going to do certain things in the public. Just like with the blue wall. And that's why we always be like, yo, the good cops need to speak up, man, because one cop's making everybody look bad. And ooh, it's the wall. It shouldn't be that way. But it's lessons that can be learned from it. So again, how will they remember you if they remember you? And do you ever think about when you out of here? Fly record and video, out of here. Like your home and your cars and your children, out of here. Do you got life insurance? Do you have a will? Are you preparing for the day that, Tony, there was no other way? We in the end game now. Are you preparing for your end game? So I'm not mad at him. He did what he had to do so his business could keep running, so he can continue to live the life that he built for himself, and he can continue to leave the legacy that he had for himself, whether you like his legacy or not. So the other thing from X funeral that got a big splash and got the big talk, the dude Jungle, you know what I mean? When he decided to bum rush the, you know what I mean? Bum rush the set, you know what I mean? I don't care, you know what I mean? Like he said, I don't care how many shows you did, how many rhymes you got, who knows your kid. Says, I don't know you reveal for me what you know. Like, I mean, I come bum rush the stage, and you know what I mean? Like, he came bum rush the stage. In my opinion, it was low class. It was some hood shit. And it was disrespect. Just in my opinion. Not over, hype with it. Oh, you know what I mean? But it was disrespect. It was low class. And maybe he was drunk. We got the aunts and the uncles that come to the weddings, to funerals, to certain family gatherings, and they show their ass at the wrong time. We all got them. You know what I mean? I've seen it plenty of times. I never was that person. Hello, like, you know what I mean? Even though I'm a little street and all that, that never was me. You know what I mean? And you can go to school, but you can't buy a class. Was he right? Was he wrong? He was wrong. He was disrespectful. And if you really rock with X like that, then you shouldn't have honored him like that. There's other ways that you could have honored him. I heard, I don't know how true it is. One of my mans told me, they was like, even Drag On had a problem getting in, or when he got there, they didn't even know who he was. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see him make no big craziness about it. He loved X. I mean, X put him on. You know what I mean? Put him in movies, looked out for his man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see him do nothing like that. So it is ways that we go about doing things. And that's why I asked the question again. Do you ever think about when you out of here? And if you do, are you preparing for it again? Do you have a will? Do you have life insurance so that nobody got to have a GoFundMe page to bury you? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a will? If you have some possessions, if you made it a little bit and you created a little something for yourself, is that just going to be dispersed the way the system wants? Or somebody going to come in that wasn't really cool with you and take over and do shit? If you're not married, if you don't have a wife, or you don't have a husband to, delegate these things for you. These are stuff that we should think about. And I think oftentimes in the black and brown community, the melanated community, we don't really take these things seriously. So how will you be remembered? If they remember you, like Thanos said. He said, Starks, you have my respect. Even though I'm about to kill you, and finish you and your little, your little peoples and all that, your little Avengers, I still got respect for you. And out of the respect that I have for you, that's why I'm going to kill you, because you're trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. But I respect you. Now, kindly hold this, knife to the rib cage, and I'm about to kill you, But it's like, I hope they remember you. Now, he was kind of like being sarcastic as well. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to finish all this. They're not going to remember none of that. Because when I'm done, there'll only be half of the planet left. Half. I'm taking half. Like, when your wife leave and the court say, yeah, half, he taking half of the planet. So I'm jokingly and I'm saying, and I'm spinning it to say, like, none of us know when our end game is coming. You got the 3-year-old boy out of Florida, Elijah LaFrance. 3 years old, just turned 3. No life. You know what I mean? Gone. You got the Jaslyn Adams, 7 years old. Gone. The 15-year-old, even though she was trying to look like she was about to take a life. Gone. You know what I mean? Like, you never know when you're going to go, how you're going to go. Are you preparing for that? You know what I mean? Like, stuff that's in your closet, your physical closet and your hidden closet. that when you die, whatever's in your phone, like just think of some of the people that the last posters they post, drunk and falling all over the place, for women that's shaking their ass and nobody got their accounts. You know what I mean? Like, how long that's gonna stay in the matrix spinning for people to make memes of it, to look on your profile and all that. And the last post you got is like, just think of some of the people that's passed that you know, some of your homies, some of your friends, some of your family members and all that. That every post you see them, damn near, they got Hennessy bottles in their hand. You know what I mean? Like blunts and stuff in their hand. Like just the life they was living. And then once they pass, ain't nobody really could swing back around for you and delete all that shit. It's stuck there forever. Whatever's in your closet that's hitting, old pictures, letters, whatever it is. When you die, then your family got to swoop in, if you ever had to go through that yet. And I've been to a lot of funerals, as I'm sure some of y'all have. I think the only funeral that I did have to like prepare and plan for was when my pops passed. You know what I mean? That was like the hardest funeral I ever attended, even though I really probably, to those that was present, I probably didn't really show a lot of emotion as far as crying and looking down. You know what I mean? That's in the Most High's hands. When it's your time, how you're gonna go, when you're gonna go, why you're going. You know what I mean? All those things is out of our hands. So for me, you know, I deal with it the way I deal with it, how I deal with it privately. You know what I mean? Or with a comrade or a family member that we may talk about, pops or whatever. But at that particular date and time, I wasn't all, you know, like some people, they jump on the casket, they go all crazy. Oh, you should never laugh. You know what I mean? Some people act out. They just get crazy with it. It hits them. I guess that the reality that person is gone, the body that's in the casket is not full of life no more. It's devoid of life. The life is gone. The soul is gone. It's just a body there, a cold body, made up with all type of makeup. And for the record, there won't be no funerals for Lee. If you know me on the bat line, give me my flowers now. Say you love me now. Say you rock with me now and you appreciate me now. Because once my end game come, it's not going to be none of that. It's the ground. That's that. 3 days, put me in the ground. Bang. That's it. Won't be none of that now. Y'all could probably have a memorial or do whatever y'all want for me, for my loved ones. But as far as funeral and all that, it's not going to be none of that. So give the people their flowers while they here. Prepare for death while you're here, because life on this earth is like a twinkling of an eye. Like that. And it's gone. And again, when you walk out your house, you never know when it's going to be a day. So for the people that got to come in your apartment, and some people got the attitude like, hey, when I'm gone, none of that shit really going to matter. Like whatever I have, I was cheating on my wife, or I got text messages, or, you know, I had letters, or, you know, stuff in my closet. I was in the closet, you know what I mean? Some R. Kelly, like you was going both ways and you got stuff. When people got to go swing through your apartment and all that, or your home or your estate and all that, all the stuff comes out. I mean, maybe not to the public, but just to the people that has to swing around and clean up all your shit. Was you some dirty, nasty nigga in your crib? You know what I mean? Just leave your shit looking crazy. And then your daughter got to come and clean up your shit, dad. You know what I mean? So, you know, this stuff that I think about, because I think about when you do think about transitioning, as down as that may seem, oh, this is kind of down. I thought it was sports, hip hop, and motivation. Yeah, it's all that. And you should be motivated by what I'm saying. You should be, you know what I mean, like, I dig it, because I don't got life insurance. And I know people that, you know what I mean, have no money to bury themselves, and they got to collect from everybody, make it awkward. When people that really got the money don't want to put up the money because they don't really rock with you like that. Or they just feel they shouldn't have to do it. And the people that don't really got it, they got to scramble together to get it together just to send the person off right. We be in these situations, especially in the black and the brown community. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, in the back, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And before you leave, man, yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Because over here, we unscripted, we raw, we authentic. That feeling, yeah, you know what I mean? We know what those situations is like. You know what I mean? I've been in them. I've been a part of them. I've seen other people struggle with it. And then we also see situations like the only really worry that people have to, not worry, but the only burden is that person is gone because they took care of all their affairs. everything was in order. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, where the little portion of their bank account is going. They had the medical proxy in order. They got the will in order. They got the life insurance. Not only they got the life insurance to pay for their little funeral that whoever's getting it together, but they done left a couple of hours for some people. So some people sad, but they happy too. Like, all right, good look at Uncle Leon. Like, yeah, kid, you looked out with a couple, you know what I mean? A couple of racks. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we see people buy cars and do all type of stuff with that money that they family done left them. And that's how you build, you know, wealth as well. I mean, when life is going, you know, at whether it be sudden or whether it be a long time coming, you know what I mean? It's something that can come out of that so that the family could keep moving forward. So that's my takes from DMX funeral. You know what I mean? What Swizz said, you should give people their flowers while they're here. We say that all the time, but yet and still, we're not calling our grandmothers. We're not going to see our moms. They still living. Like, people be still living. They be just like Chingy had, one phone call away, or however it was, that song, one call away, that Chingy song, the one of the hot songs that he had when he was hot. And then Jada, like I think Jada grandmother passed. He like something with Keno. I miss spending time and playing something with my grandmother playing Pekino. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, spend time with the people that's important to you, because again, like, even though some people that you see in the public eye, the celebrities, the Bill Gateses of the world, people that amass, you know, a whole bunch of riches and, you know, possessions and material things, you can't take none of that shit with you when you die. Now, you can leave it. So I'm not saying don't work your ass off for it, because that's what we seem like we more consumed with nowadays is chasing the bag, getting the bag, getting that social status and recognition. And again, there's nothing wrong with, you know, putting your 10 toes to the ground, getting your hands dirty and digging it out the mud. Like, go for it, Rocky. Like, yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You know what I mean? But while we're doing it, while we grinding and working for it, remember, that shit could get taken like this. And the only difference is, ain't no Avengers that's going to go get these Infinity Stones and bring your ass back. You're not coming back. Because once the lights go off, you ain't going to come back on. This ain't a movie. You ain't going, you know what I mean? You ain't that strong. X words. Ain't nobody going to bring the time stone back. And nigga like Cap on your left. Nah, it's none of that. Once you go, Wakanda forever, that's that. So how will they remember you? Because some people going to be remembered in a good way. You know what I mean? As a good individual, a person that was charitable, you know, generous, you know, try to give a word towards the right. And then we know some of us is going to be scumbags and scum of the earth forever. Even your kids think you a scumbag. They don't respect you. They don't want nothing to do with you. You see all ex-kids standing up there, all 15. And I did not know he had 15 kids. And even, you know, when you hear it like that, it's like, all right, but yeah, men can have as many kids as they want, as long as they can take care. Women can too. But obviously with men, you can just, you know, bust off shots. And if the woman is fertile and can carry, then you can have as many, you know, kids as you want and build your legacy that way. And obviously he did. And you don't hear none of the people come out and say he ain't take care of his kids, he ain't do what he got to do. And then you swing to Rob, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, Black Rob, rest in peace as well. Harlem, stand up. I just was working out the Rob earlier, you know what I mean? You hear like Mark Curry had to send out the social media message to the kids, like, hey, and I don't forget their name, so forgive me. Well, he sent out the message when he was doing the video, like, yeah, DM me, not hit the back line, DM me, because that means it was some type of breakdown in communication or no communication, a lack thereof, between him and his kids, you know what I mean, for whatever reason. And I'm not gonna cast no, you know, aspersions or, you know, say what happened, why would happen with baby mother, his kid's mother, whatever it is, that's his situation. But I'm saying for you, that's still living, how are you going to be remembered? Are they going to remember you? And what they going to say about you when you die? You know what I mean? When you transition, when your TV get turned off, like the other channel. Yeah, you know what I mean? When your TV get turned off and we in the end game, how they going to remember you? And what's going to be some of the things that's on your social media if you don't leave nobody with your password that people could just take, you know what I mean, from you all the time. Like you see a lot of the prayers that X have said. Millions of times he said prayers throughout his music because he put that inside his music. So even though he got other, stuff that may not be, desirable or looked down upon, frowned upon, the photos of the jail, stuff like that. He also has stuff where he praying for people, where he making people pray, where he making people reflect on God. So it's a balance. But again, for the hot girl summer, and you go out and you crash. You know what I mean? The last video we see of you was your titties is out, your ass is out, your whole box is out, and nobody can delete it unless Instagram or Twitter just decide to delete your account. I don't know how that works, like how long it stays active if no activity is active. Because I still see some of the people that's passed accounts on Instagram that I follow. They pass. People still, they didn't unsubscribe. They still following them. Obviously, X still got mad people following him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just some of my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts. Are you triggered by this video? Are you a scumbag? You got time to change it around. You know what I mean? So again, I hope they remember you. But how will they remember you? And lastly, but you're black. Yeah, the reason why we don't got that power and that pull where people say stuff against us and they form weapons against us to separate us. And I told y'all, I'm in these YouTube streets. I'm in these YouTube alleyways, the red pill, the black pill, the pink pill. They got us at each other's necks. Yeah, you don't see that with them other communities. That's why when anything is said against them that they don't like, they send the alarm out. Like, take it back or business with us is no more. You know what I mean? Like, we don't play both sides of the fence. Yeah, that's why Joe Biden passed the transgender law and he also passed the Asian law. Ain't no black laws being passed. Yeah, y'all seen Umar, even though y'all got a lot of memes about him with the strippers in the hotel. He's speaking facts when he said that. As this Obama, but that was his man. Yeah, but Biden, yeah, he's like, yeah, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. But you're black. He ain't do nothing yet. But he did something for those communities, didn't he? Yeah, it's your boy Popovich. You now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That's a fact. That feeling back up in here one more again.